Bet on Aces, 95.9 K-Ace Country.
You need to get out there!
In the evening hours on New Year's Day, we were dispatched a report of a structure fire. While we were en route, dispatch informed us that the occupant was safely out of the house. However, he had intended to go back into the burning building to try and assist or retrieve pets. Dispatch, instructed him not to do so, but he, I guess, subsequently hung up the phone. And so it was assumed that he may have been back in the house. We treated it en route as a rescue assignment, and we formulated a plan while still en route that it was going to be a blitz attack, which means large water in a short period of time. Upon arrival, we found, in fact, that the house that was well involved was actually surrounded by large trees, which prohibited us from using our master stream devices on the apparatus because it would have been ineffective going through the trees. So we deployed our hand lines, spoke with neighbors briefly as we're doing that. Nobody could account for the occupant, so we treated it as it was going to be now a probable recovery if the person was in there due to the extreme fire that we found on our arrival.
The occupant did die in the fire, do you know at this time?
We did not know that until very later on because the extent of damage to the structure and its greatly deteriorated condition due to the heavy fire, it took us a long period of time to methodically be able to go through that structure. Floors were compromised, the roof was down, and so we had to make sure that nobody was subsequently injured as a result of that type of search. And we did, in fact, find a victim, and the victim was located on the southeast corner of the structure.
And then he had several animals inside and outside the structure. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was an interesting property. It had a pond. There was a number of waterfowl in the pond. There were dogs that were actually placed into a secondary accessory building, and they all appeared to be uninjured. It was not clear to us exactly what pets he was going into the structure for. There wasn't any obvious pets that we were able to locate in there.
So you don't know how many pets, if any, were deceased on scene?
No, there was no evidence of any pets when we were doing our search.
And where did the fire start? Do you know how it started?
Well, the Deputy State Fire Marshal was summoned that evening. However, due to the late hour, he came out the next morning because of the daylight and been going through the structure, again, making sure everybody was safe. He came out. At this time, it appears to be accidental. However, an exact determination as what the ignition was is unknown at this point. We hope to at least have a pretty good idea in the short future.
I know that there's some obvious advice to let people know here.
You know, it's the same thing we discuss on a regular basis. If you're experiencing a problem in the house and it's a fire or something, get out, stay out, go to a safe area, and allow us to try and save any animals or anything like that. And, the possessions, it's secondary. Animals are very important to all of us, but here we lost a person, and I'm not sure there was any animals in the house to be saved at the time. We're unsure of that. His actions put himself in a very difficult situation, which he was unable to egress out of.